Hey, it's Ryan. Thank you for watching. I wanted to make a video today that I never thought I would actually make. It's about the Sony a6100, which is a camera when it came out I wasn't interested in at all. I've changed my perspective and I'm now going to call it probably one of your best options as an entry-level mirrorless camera. I'm going to tell you why. So when the Sony a6100 came out, I wasn't that interested in it for several reasons. One, I already had other Sony cameras. I had full-frame Sony mirrorless cameras like the a7S II. I'd used the a7. I've used the a7 II, a bunch of them. On the other hand, I also had cinema cameras. I had a Blackmagic Ursa. I've got Blackmagic Pocket cinema cameras. And so it just didn't fill any need for me necessarily. On one hand, I had some mid-range cinema cameras. On the other hand, I had used the professional full-frame cameras. So here was a camera that was new for Sony, the a6100, but it was their new entry-level crop sensor camera, their APS-C. It had no new bells and whistles, nothing that I thought was particularly interesting. The a6400 was already out when this camera came out. The main difference being the a6400 has picture profiles in it. This one does not. And the a6600 has all of that with the picture profiles plus some in-body image stabilization. So why did I end up buying an a6100 when I was not interested in this camera at all? It didn't fill any needs for me. Well, what kind of happened in the meantime? You know what was going on with the world. We were all kind of locked down and socially distant. And I wanted a camera that shot 4K video. That's one thing. Shot nice photos and could be used easily as a webcam. Enter my interest for the a6100. I didn't need something that was a full frame, super fast, mirrorless camera like an A9 or an A7 III even. I didn't need that, and I already had that in other places if I needed a full frame camera. I didn't need something that shot cinema grade video footage or something I could use for filmmaking. I have cameras specifically for that. But let's say I wanted a camera that took really nice photos, 24 megapixels, had Sony's fastest or, their modern up-to-date autofocus that's in a lot of their cameras. This has excellent autofocus. It shoots great 4K footage. Is it cinematic? I mean, that's such a YouTube term to throw around. It's really nice. It's nice 4K footage with a nice size APS-C sensor. It doesn't have picture profiles, but here's the thing about that. One of my biggest gripes when I had the a7S II, which was a great camera. I shot a lot of great stuff with it. I shot client work with it. Great camera, but it was 8-bit, and this is 8-bit video too. So the problem you run into, even if you have the picture profiles like you would in the a6400 or the 6600 or other Sony cameras, is if you're shooting 8-bit, you're not going to heavily grade anyway. So even with this footage, I can take some raw footage. Let's put some raw footage in here. This is right out of the camera. Now throw a slight grade on it and it looks fine. I'm not going to use it to shoot anything, super professional, let's say, but the footage is really nice. Takes really nice photos, has really nice video footage that shoots up to 4K 30. And here's another one that people may miss on this a6100. It has no record time limit. You may have heard differently. You may have seen differently. Maybe you didn't know because it's hard to find the accurate information. You can let this go beyond that 30-minute range and it will just keep on recording. On top of that, I had batteries from the a7S II and the a7. Same little batteries work in this camera. So I've got a whole bunch of batteries. And the other thing, and I've made a video about this, it's using your Sony as a webcam. It only works for certain Sony mirrorless cameras. But you can check that video out, and I've put links to everything you need to know. In short, you can plug this right into your computer, and you have a tethered webcam. You can use it for your Twitch. You can use it for streaming, for Zoom, whatever you want to do. However you want to use it, it's super easy to do. You don't need an extra capture card or an internal capture card or anything else. You can just hook the Sony right to the computer. So when we started locking down and I was streaming more, and I wanted a quick, easy camera to pull out and make YouTube videos like this one, this became a really tempting camera for me. You've got other great cameras. My buddy has an X-T30 by Fuji. great camera, great color science, even shoots 10-bit video, but with like a 14-minute time limit or something. Again, the video may not be, 10-bit, may not be quite as nice looking, but it gets the job done. You can make great YouTube videos with it, and it shoots 4K. So I look at this camera as this. If you want a really nice camera that does all those things, this is a really great option. The Sony a6100, because it's their lowest entry-level APS-C mirrorless camera, it's the cheapest, and also it's E-mount across the board for Sony, so you can use any E-mount lenses with it. And as always with Sony mirrorless cameras, something that's intrigued me since way back when I got the a6000, you can get these cheap $10, $12 adapters on Amazon and attach all sorts of vintage lenses. I've made other videos about that kind of stuff too, from the Industar lenses to old Canon FD lenses from the 70s to Rokinon Cine lenses. Anything you want to use, it's real easy to attach to any E-mount camera. So that was a quick look at the Sony a6100. I'm not going to get into all the bells and whistles. I just wanted to tell you why I bought it. Another nice thing, it's got the flip up screen, so I can see myself, which for many videos I could not see myself, or I had to use Sony software. Sony has great software. You can control it from your phone. You can see it from your phone. You can do it all remotely, and so that's nice too. But it was those specific things all in one camera at an entry-level price that had me pick one up. Despite having professional cameras and cinema cameras, the a6100 from Sony just ticked all the boxes. Again, unlimited record times with 4K video, great photos, easy webcam use, flip-up screen, excellent autofocus. So if you needed an excuse to buy a Sony camera, or you wanted to buy one, I picked it up over the 6400 and the 6600, and it's still with the A7C coming out now, which is a full frame camera by Sony, which is very similar in size, with a flip out screen, which is really nice. You can still save yourself over half the price just by picking up this camera. And it wasn't worth it to me to pay that much more, hundreds more, for the 6400 or 6600 to get picture profiles or in-body stabilization when I basically explained what I wanted the camera to do. So keep your costs down, and if you want an all-in-one solution for videos, pictures, and streaming, there's a recommendation for you from me, Ryan. Thanks for watching. As always, please like and sub. I'll talk to you guys real soon. I'll see ya.